It was a knock-on after it. Preston Campbell first knocked on and played it. Then Matt Schramer knocked on. You feel sorry for John Cartwright.
Completion rate, Noddy?
Parramatta outstanding.
3 of 9.
15 from 7. You can't win a football game when you're 3 from 9. You can't even get into a contest.
No.
You can try, but physically you will not get into a football game with those stats.
About the look of big Johnny Cartwright watching on from above. He's had a tough year and it doesn't look like it's getting any better in round 26. Horro bounces off one into a second. Will Matthews down for St George Illawarra next year. Big exchange of passing. Out to Ben Smith on the last, pumps it infield. Jordan Rankin is there, but so too is Jared Hayne with some teammates, but Rankin almost split them straight through the middle. Good return from the Titans fullback.
He's certainly found his position, Jordan Rankin. He was a 5'8" in the Toyota Cup for 4 years. Come up, trialled at 5'8", played some games, but fullback. Very similar to Jared Hayne. Picks and chooses when he wants to come in the line, and there's more space when you're a bit wider away from the football.
This is William Zillman, who's currently in the 6 jersey. I guess the two of them at different stages during a match, depending on what you're looking for, could be interchangeable. Ball's free again. No surprise there. 30% completion. Haven't been awarded the wooden spoon, the Gold Coast in Titans form. Have in previous forms of the footy club, but not since they came into the competition as the Titans. At the moment, it's about 52 minutes away. He's going to end up with my haircut by the end of next year, John Cartwright, if it continues like this. Sia, who's scored a magical first try. Back on the inside from Smith. 15 is big Shane Shackleton. 50-metre gain for Parramatta this set. To Jared Hayne and to the air. A little too deep perhaps for Hayne. Oh, 20. Ben Smith so close to getting a hand to that, but beautifully taken by Steve Michaels in the end.
Well, the pressure from Luke Bailey as a penalty given to the Titans. Parramatta will lead the Titans back into the game with poor discipline. Smith had a shot at the football. Luke Bailey put pressure on Hayne, forcing the kick early. And Smith, if he was probably watching the ball, could have stole a try.
Can the Gold Coast get through a complete set? Schramer to restart. Minicello to Ben Smith. Bounces off. Ball to ground. And play on is the call because Minicello jumps back onto it. Could have been a first tackle turnover. Not the first tonight. Bailey spits it out the back. And play on is again the call. Ball's come free. And sorry, but the Titans deserve that one. This is diabolical stuff from a normally very structured, very calculated football side and football club.
Without being too harsh, Andy, these Titans side was in the semi-final, round 2 or week 2 of the semi-final 2 years ago.
Yeah.
They were an outstanding team to watch. They played well, they were fit, they scored tries. In 2 years, how have they gone so far backwards?
Parra was in the GF.
Parramatta, at least Parramatta are losing golden point games, are close. You see improvement.
Hard to convince an Eels supporter when they've lost 7 straight that there's been any improvement there in the back end of the year. Horro is off, Paddy O'Hanlon is on. Parramatta now looking for their 4th for the night. Last tackle, another 50-plus metre gain set. Hayne is wide, second man ball, it's on again for the Eels, who are in, and Morgan collects number 2. could see that coming on the fragile and thinned out right-hand side defence of the Titans from a play before.
With a completion rate of 4 from 12, you're always going to hit the wall defensively. Jared Hayne going to the line. A good face ball. Creates the overlap. And Morgan, strong. Bailey defending as 3 defender. That's in trouble. And then they create a 4-on-3. Bodine Thompson tries to hold Morgan up. But in the end, the weight of possession is going to take its toll. You can't defend and stop tries.
5 for the year, 5 in his career. Another one of this class of 2011. Young Ryan Morgan playing just his 14th game in the top grade. And has crossed for a double. Came into the competition in 1947. Parramatta Eels, 11 wooden spoons so far. The last in 1972. Burke from the sideline. Struck it perfectly. Flags are up. 22-0 is the scoreline. So we go sideline with Gary.
There's a lot of work to do in the Titans camp, isn't there? The second worst in the competition so far for handling errors, and Johnny Cartwright will be tearing his hair out. He's given Luke Bailey a rest. Brenton Lawrence on. Not sure I know what he's going to be able to do for the side, but if they don't hold on to the football, it's going to be over. As far as half-time, they're just going to be chasing a massive score.
Just analysing the completion rate. Now, Parramatta is 18 from 20. The Titans are 4 from 12, but they've also received 2 penalties while in possession of the ball. So they effectively have only got to the end of their set on 2 occasions in 33 minutes of footy.
I think defensively, Andy, you can defend good if you complete your sets and build pressure, and then you're not as tired. If you drop the ball all the time, you will not be a good defensive side.
Yep. Making footballing mistakes, but they're playing with energy. They're playing with desperation. They're putting the effort in, but it is just not working. Awkward bounce there for Steve Michaels at the back. He's lifted, then driven back. 3-man tackle.
The Titans kick pressure. They have 2 or 3 players coming out of the line at Parramatta. It exposes a hole. I wouldn't be surprised if they pretend to kick and run the football.
Penalty here to the Gold Coast.
Mark, you weren't square. Get the weren't square. Up here, mate. Sorry, Chris.
Good news for the Titans this week with a new Premier partner signed this week, iSelect. Can be on their jersey for the next 5 seasons. Some big names recruited for next year as the ball comes out the back to Campbell. Challenges the line, bounces off one, isn't going to bounce off Hindmarsh. Just Nathan's 8th tackle tonight. Shows how little defence the Eels have had to do. 15 is Matthews. Strong up at the ladders. Schramer plays out the back to Zillman, who passes it to no one. Rankin caught at the back by a group of Parramatta Eels. It is still mid-count. Clintorpy back to William Zillman. Saw a hole, then popped the ball. He did so to Rankin. The Titans looking, hoping, searching. They need some points and they need them now. Campbell chips it through, and Kensio on debut plays it safe and gets rid of the football, but the pressure remains on Parramatta.
Well, can the Titans complete back-to-back sets? Can they put pressure on Preston Campbell? A nice little kick. Seo nice and safe, taps it dead. But again, you saw the ball hit the deck from the Titans. They tried a set play, and the ball found no one.
Here we go, stay on.
Behind the line. On the line. You got 48 metres out of it, Luke Burt. And tackle number 1, centre field. Good chase there from the Eels downfield from that dropout. It had plenty of height on it, and it enabled the chasers to get a good way upfield. To Campbell, Minicello back on the angle, runs into Hindmarsh and friends. Keating involved in the tackle, so too Mitchell Allgood. Playing to Zillman, now to Bird, back to Zillman, further to Rankin. Steps off the right a couple of times and runs in to Ryan Morgan, who's scored a double and defending in the centres. Clinton Torpey travelling across field. And a couple of runners slow to the ball on his inside. He gets to within a couple. Last play now, it's on this side of the field. Rankin, but Sio up out of the line, puts an end to the Titans' movement.
Good defensive play by Sio. The Titans attack at all, overran Preston. Rankin got the ball and Sio come in. You see here, they all thought Preston was going to kick. They overrun it. Rankin gets the ball. No communication there on what was on from the Titans, but great defence.
Matua tries to palm off Bird. Schramer involved in the tackle. Here is Lasalo into the ditch area, just behind the ruck. Keating back to Bird, who already has one 40-20 tonight. Not going to get it here, but it wasn't far off. Steve Michaels through the centre, couldn't get through, almost. Some desperation defensively from Mitchell Allgood. Now it's Luke O'Dwyer. Potentially the Titans' last offensive set before half-time. Schramer trying to create a 3-on-2. Michaels does well to hold on to the football before being shut down by his opposite Sio. Lawrence, centre field. Getting late in the count. Only one more play following this as Rankin wraps, passes to Mead. Doesn't use the speed he's been gifted, uses the power. Running into Luke Bird over there. Across field, an opportunity for the Gold Coast. It comes up in the hands of Jared Hayne though. It appears they're going to go to half-time with a donut next to their name on the scoreboard.
Well, the Titans wouldn't have expected this today. Coming to play for Preston, coming to send their little champion out on a high note and to be going in at 0. It's okay to ball play. They need to play a lot straighter, the Titans. Sideline to sideline, but no one's having to make a decision. Parramatta just sliding with them and making the tackle quite easy.
Going to play safety football here, conservative football. The Eels late in the count get a penalty. They're going to get the position as well. They won't be able to get through a full set of 6. They're going to put plenty of pressure onto the Titans and some nervous moments for John Cartwright leading into half-time. They're going to begin the set. 30 seconds left on the clock, 15 metres out from the try line. Bird. 2 Allgood. Thought about spitting the ball out the back. Torpey with a late shot on the fallen front rower. Here is Hindmarsh to Shackleton. 10 seconds remaining. Potentially the last play of the half for Parramatta. Keating to Burt. Steps a couple of times. Still going, Luke Burt. And brought to the ground. Plays the ball back to Keating. To Matua. And Parramatta are going to go to ground 5 metres out from the try line. Siren has sounded here at Skill Park, and after 40 minutes, it is the Eels 22 leading the Titans 0.